Schalke return to the Bundesliga after the first time of asking, of course, after they secured the deal this past weekend. But who's going to join them? Will it be Bremen? Will it be Hamburg? Will it be Darmstadt? We're going to take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. Babba's giving a prediction video today. We look forward to Matchday number 34, aka the final game of the season over the Spider Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep banging today. All things Bundesliga, Spy related, Blabber Rose related, world football related. We gotta know here, boys. And Walrus, of course, Schalke are there. They're not there as champions just yet, but of course, very, very close to securing that deal very, very soon. But of course, Bremen are in the driving seat. They sit in second spot. Of course, 3 points clear over Hamburg, but they have a much weaker goal difference than, of course, Darmstadt and Hamburg, respectively. So basically, a draw and they'll be there. However, a defeat, and guess what? Hamburg and Darmstadt could squeak in there and steal it from them right here, right now. Of course, don't forget that third spot could be absolutely massive, of course, with the playoff encounter with, of course, the third worst team out in the Bundesliga. So a lot still to be decided, of course, as we enter the final game of the season. But anyway, let's get into it, of course. Big shout out to my VRPs, they're patrons, guys. But anyway, let's get into it. These are, of course, the results from the last weekend. Erzgebirge did lose to Werder Bremen 3-0 in the end. Düsseldorf also picked up a 2-1 win over Darmstadt. Düsseldorf, of course, where are they in the table? It's not been the greatest campaign for them. Down 10th there, mid-table for them. A bit of a shitter there for Darmstadt, though. Kicking off forward, Regensburg, of course, who started off the season strongly, did lose to Heidenheim 2-0 loss in the end. Regensburg down to 13th now. Schalke with a big 3-2 win over SC Paderborn. What a thriller that was. St. Pauli could still mathematically squeak into the third spot, but I think they're going to be playing Bundesliga 2 football next season once again. Holstein Kiel 3-0 over Nürnberg, of course. Holstein Kiel down to 9th. A bit of a damp squib. Them Hamburger SV 2-1 winners over Hannover 96. They can do it, though. These guys can be back in the Bundesliga as well. Paderborn with a 2-0 win over Sandhausen. They ended up with the season, of course, right now in 6th. Karlsruher with a 2-2 draw against Dresden and a 0-0 draw Ingolstadt against Hansa Rostock. That's, of course, the state of play there. What about, of course, the league? There it is in all its glory. Of course, Schalke leading the charge there by 2 points, of course, over Werder Bremen. Of course, 3 points clear over Hamburger SV. Darmstadt also on level on points with 57 points. And the goal difference is much stronger than that of Werder Bremen. Down the foot table, Ingolstadt and Erzgebirge are down. Dynamo Dresden are also down as well, or in that playoff, whatever it is, to go into the Dritte Bundesliga. Of course, let's take a look at how you guys got on with your picks. Then here we go. Take a bloody bow. This guy, Russell Frost, there's 6 points on the board there. Even Hussein, Deep the Great, and Shadon with 5. Well done to you guys. What about the mini leaderboard? Now, this is, of course, from January onwards. Of course, who did very well for the second half of the campaign? JHBCFC are great with, of course, the form heading, of course, to the out of it. Of course, 65 points he picked up. Shepard picked up 63, and Deep at the Great was 62. Of course, that's, of course, the mini leaderboard. Of course, we'll have the master leaderboard once, of course, the season comes to a close. So well done to that. This is the link. Fortuna Bundesliga 2, getting amongst it, of course. So here's are the final games of the season. And, of course, a win and you're in for, of course, matey boys at Werder, or drawing you're in, basically. Bremen up against Regensburg, of course. Let's get into this one then. All games taking place on the 15th of May, 2022. Played each other 3 times. These two sides, 3 wins for Bremen, nothing for Regensburg, and 0 draws. Of course, Bremen, though, coming to this on the back of a 58% form, just 1 defeat past 6. Because the Regensburg side, who haven't won the last 7 games. So they're playing the right team if they want to get the win. Of course, last time around, though, of course, the reverse fixture, of course, a 3-2 win for Bremen in Regensburg back in December 2021. They never played each other at Bremen, of course, according to my eyes, over the last few years anyway. Bremen with a 3-2 win over Erzgebirge last time around, of course, Regensburg with a 2-0 loss to Heidenheim. Of course, got no odds here, so we are coming at you with little to no backing from the bookies here. But my gut does say Werder Bremen win here, 2-0 for them. And again, that will be enough for them to join Schalke back in the Bundesliga after their little hiatus in this fight. Tier kicking off forward will be Darmstadt, taking on, of course, Paderborn as well. 15th of May, played each other 8 times 2011. 4 wins Darmstadt, 2 for Paderborn, and 2 draws, of course. Darmstadt winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6, 50% form up against the Paderborn side, who are, of course, unbeaten in the last 6, 83% form for them. And too little too late for Paderborn, though, as, of course, they try to make a return to the Bundesliga themselves. Last time around, though, in Darmstadt, it was a 4-0 win for Paderborn back in November 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Paderborn was a 1-0 win for Darmstadt back in December 2021. The home side hasn't won this game since Paderborn beat Darmstadt in Paderborn back in December 2018. Paderborn picked up a 2-0 win over Sandhausen, back-to-back clean sheets. In fact, 4 clean sheets on the bounce for Paderborn, of course, up against the Darmstadt side, who did lose to Düsseldorf, of course, last time around. No odds here again, so we're going to go with my gut. My gut says a win for Darmstadt here. 1-0 win for them. Again, they do need to win to at least close close in on third spot if they're going to get themselves in the mixer to get into the Bundesliga and join what appears to be Schalke and Bremen, according to my eyes. Anyway, Heidenheim locking on up against Karlsruhe on the 15th of May as well. Now, these two sides played each other 15 times since 2011. 3 was Heidenheim, 5 for Karlsruhe, and 7 draws, of course. Just 1 and 5 for Heidenheim right now, 42% form up against the Karlsruhe side. Without a win in the last 6, 33% form for them, drawing 4 of the last 6. So the draw specialists right now. Last time, of course, over in Heidenheim, it was a 2-1 win for Karlsruhe. That was back in May 2021, right about this time last season. The reverse fixture, of course, a 3-2 win for Karlsruhe back in December this campaign. Karlsruhe unbeaten against Heidenheim over the last 3 and just lost once of the last 5 against them. Of course, Karlsruhe with a 2-2 draw against Dresden, Heidenheim with a 2-0 win over Regensburg, and again, no odds for this one. Back, of course, the away side here, 2-1 win for them. Karlsruhe taking the 3 points, and of course, denting Heidenheim's end to the season as well. Next up, of course, we have St. Pauli up against Düsseldorf. St. Pauli, are they in the contention? I don't think they are. Let me see for that third spot. They don't have the goal difference, so they'll need a bit of I don't know what they need. I don't know. They'll need a miracle. They'll need a miracle to get themselves into that third spot. But anyway, St. Pauli up against Düsseldorf, of course. So it looks like St. Pauli are back in the Bundesliga to try next season. Played 33 times in 1994, 40 wins to St. Pauli, 30 wins to Düsseldorf. 6 draws, of course. St. Pauli, though, haven't won the last 6. 25% form for them. Up against a Düsseldorf side who haven't beaten in the last 6. 75% form for them, winning 3 and drawing 3 as well. Last time, though, in St. Pauli was a 3-0 win for Düsseldorf back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-1 draw in Düsseldorf back in December 2021. St. Pauli did lose to Schalke last time around, Düsseldorf with a 2-1 win over Darmstadt. And again, we've got no odds on this one. I'm backing, of course, St. Pauli to get a draw, not really ending the season on a bang, and Düsseldorf taking another unbeaten run into the close season then for them. Nürnberg up against Schalke. Of course, Schalke will be partying like it's 1999. These two sides played each other 34 times in 1992. 6 wins for Nürnberg, 19 wins for Schalke, 9 draws, of course. Schalke, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 83% form up against the Nürnberg side. Just 1 win and 6, 33% form heading into this match. Last time around, though, in Nürnberg, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2019. That was in the Bundesliga, the top flight, of course. The reverse fixture, of course, a 4-1 for Schalke back in December 2021. Schalke picking up a 3-2 win over St. Pauli. Of course, been scoring a lot of goals over the last handful of games. What we're looking at 8, 10, 13 goals over the last 5. Goodness gracious me. Up against the Nürnberg side, of course, did lose to Holstein Kiel last time around. The odds, we've got no odds, of course. Back, of course, Schalke with a loss here. I think they'll give two hoots about winning the title. They'll just be happy to be back in the Bundesliga for the first time of asking. Remember when, of course, the season started, they had a really damp squib of a start to the campaign. In fact, let me have a look at that. Let me bring that back up on my arm. I'm trying to visualise it, of course. Schalke's start, where are they? So they were down as 13th after match number 4, and it wasn't until, even at match number 16 they were 8th. Still had a lot of work to do, but it's been a steady progress, of course, under Michael Buskens. Of course, kicking on forward then, shall we? Is Hannover 6 up against Ingolstadt. It takes place over at Hannover, aka the HDI Arena. Played 3 times 2015, 2 for Hannover, nothing for Ingolstadt, and 1 draw. Of course, Hannover 1-2 lost to and draw 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form. Up against Ingolstadt side, of course, 42% form without a win in 5 now. Of course, last time around at Hannover was a 4-0 win for Hannover. That was in the Bundesliga back in November 2015. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, at 2-1 win for Hannover in Ingolstadt back in December this campaign. Ingolstadt with a 0-0 draw against Rostock last time around, and back-to-back games now without a goal for them. Hannover with a cool 2-1 loss against Hamburg last time around. Of course, got no odds on this one. I've got to go with a 1-0 win for Hannover 6 at home to end the season with a bang on this one. SV Sandhausen up against Holstein Kiel, taking place in Sandhausen, aka the BWT Stadion am Wandwald. Played 11 times 2009, 2 wins for Sandhausen, 3 for Holstein Kiel, and 6 draws. Sandhausen, of course, coming on the back of just 1 win and 4 for their 50% form over the last 6. Up against the Holstein Kiel side, unbeaten in the last 5, 67% form heading into this match as well. Last time around at Sandhausen was a 2-0 win for Kiel back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Kiel was a 2-2 draw back in December 2021. Holstein Kiel unbeaten against Sandhausen over the last 5, pick up 2 wins and 3 draws. Kiel with a 3-0 win over Nürnberg, Sandhausen with a 2-0 loss against Paderborn on this one. Who do you think is going to win on this one then? I'm going to back, of course, Holstein Kiel with a 2-0 win on the road. And again, end of the season with a bang. But of course, they'll be back next season in the second tier of German football. Dynamo Dresden on the cusps of being sucked into a right old relegation mire up against Erzgebirge. Played each other 27 times, these two sides, 2003, 10 wins apiece and 7 draws. Dresden, though, drawing 4 in the bouts. They haven't won the last 6 up against that Erzgebirge side, just 1 win and 6 of them, 25% form heading into this match. Last time around, though, in Dresden was a 2-1 win for Dresden back in March 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-0 win for Dresden in Erzgebirge back in December, in of course, match number 17. Erzgebirge out with a 3-0 loss against Bremen. They haven't scored in back-to-back games. Dresden with a 2-2 draw against Karlsruher. That's 4 draws on the spin for them. Another draw will make a 5-peat. Of course, no odds for this one on this. What do you think about this one? I'm going to go with a 0-0. Another draw there. Dresden taking, of course, 5 draws on the bounce. But they'll be in that relegation playoff no matter what. And then wrapping up. It's Hansa Rostock up against Hamburger SV, who have got an outside sniff, remember, of squeaking into that second promotion spot. Played each other 26 times 9-5. 6 wins to Rostock, 40 wins to Hamburg, and 6 draws, of course. Rostock 50% form for them. Just 1 defeat past 6, drawing 4 in the bounce. Up against the Hamburger side, of course, 1 through 4 of the last 5. 67% form heading into this match as well. Last round, though, over in Rostock, it was a 3-1 win for Hamburg. That was back in May 2008. Wow, we were the first fixture, of course. A 3-0 win for Hamburg back in December 2021. That's match number 17. Hamburg with a 2-1 win over Hannover. Last time around, Rostock with a 0-0 draw against Ingolstadt. Back-to-back clean sheets, back-to-back draws. In fact, 4 draws on the bounce for Rostock heading into this. No bookies odds here. Of course, we're going to go with our gut. And our gut says a 2-1 win for Hamburg, which could be enough, of course, if, of course, Bremen were to slip up against Regensburg as well. But I don't think so. I think Bremen will join Schalke. But what about you? Get your predictions in, of course. We'll be back potentially for the playoffs. I don't know if I'm going to resort to just doing that one thing, but of course we need to know who, of course, was the prediction king for the Zweite Bundesliga as well. But anyway, be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check your links down below, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Until then, boys, we're done. Ready!